What you need to know about parking, student resident. To manage resources and ensure fair parking for everyone, Towson University student residents have designated parking areas. A valid TU permit is required for everyone parking on campus Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Hello, I'm a new student at Towson University and want to know the parking options available to me as a resident.
Well, first, welcome to TU. Here's what you need to know. The parking options available depend on your current academic standing on campus. If you have 30 earned units or more as a resident student, you are eligible to purchase a resident parking permit based on your housing assignment. If you have 29 units or less, then you will need to see if you qualify to submit a freshman resident exception, which has a set standard for eligibility.
Okay, I know I have 30 or more units, so where can a qualified resident like me park on campus? Am I allowed to park anywhere I want to park on campus with a resident permit?
No, you would not be able to park anywhere you want. The permit that you are eligible to purchase is based on your housing assignment on campus. If you are assigned to the 10 West building, then you would be eligible to purchase a Lot 15 resident permit. Lot 15 resident permits are eligible to park in the underground garage at the 10 West building. Lot 15 resident permits are also valid in designated overflow areas on campus near CQ Arena, Johnny Unitas Stadium, prior to 3 p.m. and in core spaces after 3 p.m. Ensure to read posted parking signs prior to parking.
Oh, okay. Is that the only resident parking option on campus through TU?
Actually, there is another resident area for parking, which is the West Village Garage. West Village resident permits are designated for all other TU housing except 10 West residents. The West Village resident permit is valid in the designated resident areas within the West Village Garage, or designated overflow areas located near the CQ Arena Johnny Unitas Stadium area. However, please keep in mind that this permit is not valid in the designated overflow area within West Village Garage until after 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Furthermore, resident permit holders can park in core areas on the main campus after 3 p.m. Monday to Friday.
All right. Well, I'm just curious. Why are resident students who have earned less than 29 units unable to purchase a resident permit?
Good question. TU's administration, for a variety of reasons, has chosen to only allow those with less than 29 units to have a vehicle on campus based on specific needs, such as job related needs, an academic need/internship, regular health appointments, or for the care of a family member on a regular basis. Those approved for a freshman exception will be eligible to purchase a parking permit determined by Parking and Transportation.
So, a friend of mine is a freshman resident. I believe they need their vehicle on campus based on one of the reasons you mentioned. So, how do they apply for a resident exception and where do they find the request?
If your friend meets the criteria for one of the exception types mentioned, then they can go to towson.edu/parking/student/residential.html. Here you will find the General Freshman Application Exception Request Form and the associated forms for job-related, academic/internships, health appointments, or family care. You will need to submit both the general application form and a situation-specific form.
Not sure if my friend will be comfortable with providing any sensitive information to parking. Do they have to submit this as part of their supporting documentation?
No need to worry. Parking and transportation services will not accept any sensitive information. Any medical information required for the health/medical appointments exception should be sent to the health center via email for a review. Parking and transportation will make a decision based on the health center's recommendation within 5 to 7 business days.
Great. I'll be sure to pass this information to my friend. Also, I noticed there is another resident parking area on campus near Millennium Hall. Are our resident permits acceptable to park in that lot?
Hmm. I believe you are referring to the Millennium Hall resident area, which is restricted solely to assigned Millennium Hall residents with that permit type. Any vehicle parked within the Millennium Hall designated parking area without a Millennium Hall permit is subject to towing at the owner's expense. This parking area is not enforced by TU's Parking and Transportation Services, but by the management of Millennium Hall Capstone Group, who can be contacted by emailing millenniumhall@cocm.com if you have any questions. Millennium Hall permits are accepted on TU's campus, but only in the designated overflow areas near CQ Arena, Johnny Unitas Stadium, prior to 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., these permits are also accepted in the core spaces on the main campus.
Whoa, glad I asked ahead of time. Well, at least now I can avoid any potential issues with my vehicle. Is there a short-term permit option if I occasionally need to park on campus? Also, what alternative transportation options are available on campus?
Yes, the campus offers all TU faculty, staff, and students, except freshman residents, the option to purchase a stadium lot weekly or monthly parking permit. These permits are valid only in the designated overflow areas at the CQ Johnny Unitas Stadium area prior to 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., these permit holders can also park in the designated core spaces on the main campus. And if you have any concerns about getting around campus, TU offers a great on and off campus shuttle program for faculty, staff, and students. You can learn more on tutigerride.com.
How long are the weekly and monthly permits valid if purchased?
Weekly permits are valid for 7 consecutive days from the start date selected in the e-parking portal. Monthly permits are valid for 30 consecutive days from the start date selected through e-parking upon purchase. Keep in mind that short-term permits are non-refundable once purchased.
If I stay on campus and I want friends or family to visit, are there options for overnight parking?
Overnight visitor parking permits can be purchased at the pay stations located in lots 4, 7, and 8 near Johnny Unitas Stadium and CQ Arena. These permits are only valid in the overflow spaces near Johnny Unitas Stadium and CQ Arena. They are available for purchase after 3 p.m. and valid for 24 hours from the time of purchase.
Thank you for all the information. Now I know my parking options.
Glad to help. If you have additional questions, Parking and Transportation Services can assist. Just go to the parking website at towson.edu/parking, and you can also contact us there through our parking chat. Parking and Transportation Services is also available by phone at 410-704-PARK or email us at upark@towson.edu.